I'm RachelJoyify, and it is very hot outside, and I do not do well in the heat. But I thought of this the other day, and there's a lot of memories that stick out with certain seasons, so I wanted to tell you some of my vivid seasons memories. Vivid season memories? Vivid seasons memories. So I'm gonna go through all the seasons and tell you about some strong memories I have associated with those seasons. Some of the memories are positive, some of them are not as positive, but you know, I can look back fondly on all of them. And since it's summer, I'm gonna start with summer. So it has been really hot around here, but a couple years ago, my parents and I went to Washington, D.C. in July, and it was so hot. It was the hottest week of the summer. And not only that, is that Washington, D.C. is very humid, and I cannot do with humid weather. Another summer memory is boating and swimming on the lake. Oh, it's just so fun. I really like tubing too. I don't like falling off the tube. That is not fun. Another memory that's distinctly summer is one summer I was on my way to do some crafts in our town park, and I fell off my bike and had to get many stitches, and I just had blood pouring down my eyes and I couldn't see anything, and I missed crafts. The first day of crafts. And I missed it. No. So now moving on to fall. Oh, there was one year that when I was super little, near my town, we have a pumpkin land where they have corn mazes and you can buy pumpkins and stuff like that. One year, they had a million ladybugs. Ladybugs was covering everything. Ladybugs were covering everything. Ladybugs were everywhere. They were on you. The only thing you could smell was ladybugs. You just felt itchy all over because the ladybugs were just everywhere. Fun times, fun times. Another memory was during high school when we were practicing our marching band on the practice field, and all the leaves had fallen down, and so the entire practice field was just covered in leaves. So then we would go through our different sets and stop there, but then when we would stop, we would just kick the leaves and throw leaves at each other. And now to winter. Now I love winter so much, so I have a lot of positive memories for winter. There was one year where I was homeschooled and I was traveling with my family, and we were in Alaska for a couple weeks, and I have so many fond memories of Alaska. It was so amazing. To be honest, the memories are so boring, but I just love thinking about Alaska, and because we were in this kind of desolate city place, and so we'd have to walk everywhere, and it's just kind of hushed all around, and I loved it. I loved it. Just walking by the snowy areas and walking to the grocery store. I loved it. Another winter thing is swim meets, or swim practices in general. I was on the swim team, and so a majority of our season was spent during the winter, so I just have so many memories of waking up early and having to bundle up because it's shivering outside or it's snowing, and then you go to the swim meet itself and it's like hot and humid in there, but it's snowing outside. Another thing is that my dad would pull me in a sled around our yard all the time. Oh, that was so much fun. And last year, actually, I spent a lot of time during the winter in the greenhouse at my college. Yeah, it was such a contrast because it would be so dark and gloomy outside, but then you'd go into the greenhouse and it would just be all nice and warm. And now to the final season, spring. Now, to be honest, I wasn't that big of a fan of spring until this year. Going off of my winter greenhouse, I spent a lot of time in the greenhouse during spring too, which made me love spring so much because I got to see all the flowers bloom and grow, and then I would go around campus and see all the trees blooming and the flowers blooming around campus, and it just made me so happy. And then I bought my own plants. You can't see them, they're over there. I have so many plants now because at college I just came to appreciate nature so much more, even though I'm allergic to nature. Oh, a vivid spring memory I have is a couple years ago in April or so, we got this huge snowstorm. It was so crazy because we were like canceling school. There was icicles falling everywhere. It was just a mess. It was so icy on the roads. Like, I live a mile from school. It took me about 10 minutes to get to school when we actually did have school. And when you were outside, you always had to listen for cracking just in case, you know, icicles were gonna fall on your face, which would be bad. So that was some of my vivid season memories. Vivid seasons memory? I still don't know which one sounds better. So that was some of my vivid summer, fall, winter, spring memories. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that you have a great day. It's so hot outside. It's so hot outside.